Hello, hello. I think I am live. I am going to go over to Instagram and I'm going to see if I can go live there. This is my first time going live on Instagram, so I'm definitely on my channel. So, um, I don't know if I'm live or Instagram. I think I am. It two checks up there. Hey, I am live. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My name is Deborah, and welcome to the Theater Freedom Project. If this is your first time, you know what? Hey, like and subscribe to this channel because this channel is amazing. It is definitely one of the highlights of my life because I started this channel to face my fears and facing my fears is exactly what I have been doing. So let me tell you about today. Today was an amazing day. It just was good for me. I mean, I woke up and I had a little bit of things tugging at my heartstrings, but in the face of all of that, it just doesn't matter because those things are just not relevant. What's relevant is how I'm showing up for myself and what I believe to be true. And so I get up and I've been listening to Neville Guarded. Like, that is just it. And something he said today, courage is not the absence of fear, it is obedience in the face of fear, right? Courage doesn't mean that you don't have any fears. Like, you are being obedient in the face of fear. You are feeling the fear and you're doing it anyway. And that's exactly what I'm doing. So, today I had to be on standby for jury duty. This is the first time I've ever done that. I promise you I have gotten out of jury duty for years in Washington, D.C. and in Charlotte, North Carolina. And my time was up. I had to show up today. Not to mention that they threw my lunch away, right? They said you could bring your lunch. So I packed my lunch and they threw it away because it was in a glass container. And it was something very delicious that I made. It was a vegan butter garlic mushroom pasta. And I promise you, I wanted to say, one of y'all eat that because it's so good. I didn't want it to be thrown away. But nevertheless, it was thrown away. And it's a good thing that I had some hummus. And that happened to be in some homemade hummus too. And it was in a container, a plastic container. So I got to keep that. But it was a great day because I was just sitting there. I mean, all day long, you just sit there from 8 to 5. Well, actually, we were released early, but you just sit there. Of course, I took my books. I had books. I pulled cards. This is Kyle Gray's Ancestors and Angels card deck. And then I pulled the faces of Oshun. So I pulled these cards this morning because I was rushing out, but I wanted to connect with my ancestors. I wanted to connect. I use the oracles as a divination tool and a tool for me to connect to the other side. And the wisdom is just so great. I mean, I can't make it up. I wish I could not make these things up. I can't make up the wisdom that comes. It is very spiritual. We're all connected. There is nothing like your ancestors. They're not dead, right? They are not. They are with you all the time. And I just happen to invite my ancestors in about 2 or 3 years ago. And my goodness, they've shown up and they have not left, right? So I just wanted to, I'm being challenged. I'm on a visibility challenge. And this is with my coach, Abiola Abrams. She is the creator of the Faces of Oshun. This deck just dropped, okay? And it is an amazing deck. Trust me, this is the third deck that I have. But she is our coach. She is the goddess of self-love and an intuitive coach, a Hay House author. She is Ruby's mama. She's everything, right? And she's challenging us to show up for ourselves today. And even though I have a YouTube channel, I started about a year ago, still sometimes I struggle with my own self, right? I struggle with being seen, being heard, using my voice, believing in myself. I struggle with, what am I going to say? Is somebody going to listen to me, right? Do I have what it takes to lead someone, to empower someone. I tell you, I submit to you, I've been empowering people really all of my life. And I, I know that I have that gift. And so I'm just gonna feel the fear and do it anyway. I'm showing up for myself, and that's just the way it is. So today is so interesting because me sitting down at the courthouse. Of course, this is day 2 of our visibility challenge, and Abiola is going live on her channel. And I happen to be, let me scroll, because I took my book and I'm like, I'm not gonna get on social media, but I wanted to scroll, and there she was. And so I showed up and I got on there. I was so happy because I'm just like, gosh, I need a breath of fresh air. I need a shift from just sitting here, all day long and just sitting. I like to be engaged in things, and I could be playing pickleball. That's exactly what I thought. I'm thinking I could have been playing pickleball. I miss yoga. You know what I'm saying? Like all of the fun things. I have clients that I could have seen, but it still was a great day. I intentionally visualized my day to be amazing, and it hasn't ended yet. But when they told me that I was released for the next 2 years, I promise you, I felt like I don't even know what it's like to be in jail, but I felt like I had gotten a get out of jail card. It was great for me. So yeah, so I don't have to go back there. But I wanted to, talk about, she was talking about, showing up for yourself, being visual, being visible. I mean, and doing it unapologetically. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Are you doing that? Are you hiding? Are you playing small? Are you actually afraid that someone is not going to receive your magic? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if someone receives it or not. It doesn't matter if someone is listening. It does not matter to me, actually. I am just here doing what I have to do to save my own life. And I think in the process of that, I can help someone else. And I talk about this. I talk about the fact that I was suicidal at 14 years old. And I started flirting with the idea of suicide that early on. And so now, and it lasted. I have to be honest. I'm not going to lie. It lasted until last year. Last year. And, I just have struggled with that. I struggled with not wanting to be here on earth because I understand now more because I've had soul contract readings. I understand, based on the astrologers and the spiritual practitioners and channels and all of the spiritual practitioners that have given me the same message repeatedly about why, we are spirit. And to incarnate here is to come out of spirit, which is very light and airy, to come down here in this dense reality. And yeah, it's okay. I'm learning to love it. I'm learning to love my life, but it was very hard for me internally because I internalize all of the things that are going on in the world. I'm an empath, right? I understand and I learned that. And so I can feel what's going on in people's lives. So, and it just has hurt. Thank you so much. You guys are here. Thank you, Kelly. Hey, sister, I am live. I am definitely live here telling my story. I'm going to show up for myself. I'm going to show up for me, whether anyone shows up for me or not. It is about me. And I pulled this card this morning. I rushed out, but I pulled it and I took the deck, to read it. It's a new deck. So I am becoming very intimate with this deck and reading it. But I pulled the Oshun of perpetual beauty, right? Self-love. This is so for me. It's like the beauty that is inside of me to feel that, to know that, right? And I'm in transformation and I'm focusing on self-love. I really am. So this is very good for me. Yes, they threw my lunch away. Couples like yes, they did it. No glass in the courthouse. You can't bring glass. I mean, I don't hang around the courthouse, so I didn't know. Glass is what I use mostly to keep my food in. So yeah, they sure did. He said they probably ate it. I hope they did because it was very good. But yes, I pulled this card, and this is the card of inner beauty. And I have to see that in myself. No one else. And I do. That's the thing. I do. Today, I can look in a mirror. There were times when I could not look in the mirror. I walked past the mirror. Okay. I would always just kind of use a mirror for, the necessities, but not to just gaze in the mirror and look at myself. Child, I stand in the mirror naked now. Okay. And I am just gazing at my body and loving who I am. So this transformation, this card, this energy of Oshun, the energy of perpetual beauty is exactly what is needed for me. And that's where I am. And then I pulled a card from Cal Gray's Angels and Ancestors, and it is be the light. Be the light. Wherever I am, carry the light. It is bright. The bright light that is around me, the orbs that are around me all the time. And listen, I can't see it. I have friends that are intuitives and they're oracles and channelers, and they see it. Whenever I go into, the oracle shops, people that are there, I don't know them, they say, oh, it's this light around you. They can see those things. So yeah, I definitely am not able to see. I see them when my eyes are closed. I do. I see a lot of orbs, and I know, it's like I know. I don't have to see things, but I know that my ancestors, my angel is right. They right here. My ancestors in the back, right? They got my back. My spirit guides, they're with me. They are always, the synchronicity shows up. All of the messages come, and I'm just so thankful to know that I'm not here on earth, that like God would not drop us off here on earth and just leave us, right? Because I used to think that, like, where is God? Who is God? What is the word of God? What does the word of God mean? Like, I have all of these questions, and I want to let you know that if you are watching this, like and subscribe to the channel, because I'm getting ready to start a series, a Soul Sunday series. And we're going to be talking about the Bible beyond belief, though, right? We're going to be talking about the Bible esoterically. I was in a group with some of my sisters, and one of them talked about Moses and the burning bush, and she put me and us, whoever was there, in the story. I was Moses, and I was there with the burning bush, and the burning bush meant the spirit of God, and that desolate land was our consciousness. Like, if it's barren, that means your consciousness is there. So you have to raise it, learn, read and engage yourself. And so yeah, we're going to be talking about that on Sundays, and I'm going to put some stuff out there, so, to market it and let you all know. I like going live. I thought at first I had to be on Facebook, and I'm not on Facebook anymore. So I like the fact that StreamYard has, said, okay, I don't have to be on Facebook to stream on Instagram. So I hope that I am being streamed on Instagram. If not, I will figure it out. I definitely will figure it out. But yeah, I just wanted to go live because this is a challenge from our coach and Hay House author, intuitive coach, self-love coach. She is teaching us how to love ourselves, and she is an amazing model. If you want to see her, if you want to work with her, go to womanifesting.com, like manifesting, but whoa, manifesting. It's all about the divine feminine. It's all about us, the women. And so I appreciate that. I love that. And yes, so I am getting ready to get off of here, but I did go live. I am accepting the challenge, and I'm going to keep on doing it. There are big things on the horizon. There are lots of energies around me, lots of things showing up for myself. And I've been through a lot of transitions over the last few years, a lot of transition, and it's been unbelievable in a way, what has happened and what's been going on in my life. But I welcome the change, because the change is going to be better than what it was for me before, right? So sometimes you think that when you're going through the issue that it's like no way out, you can't even see the way out. But that's not the truth. Anytime a door closes or there's a cycle that ends, there's a new cycle and a new beginning. And that is what has been given to me. This is a new beginning for me. And I'm so excited. I'm excited about what what I see in my dreams, what I see in my imagination, and I'm bringing that imagination to reality. So yes, think about it. Are you showing up for yourself? Are you playing small? Do you believe in yourself? Are you quoting affirmations, but you really don't believe? I was doing that. And that's why things weren't manifesting because you can't trick the spirit. You can't believe something and then say something else. You know how we used to tell people you two-faced it. And you talking out the side of your out the side of your neck. Well, the universe actually honors that. You cannot, say, I am wealthy, I am abundant, all things flow to me in ease. I am ready. What I'm looking for is looking for me. You can't say that and not believe it. I was doing it because I didn't know. I thought, they say the affirmations. You got to deal with that belief system. That belief system creates thoughts, and those thoughts become the architecture of your life. Yes, it is building the story of your life, building the house of your life. That's what your thoughts are doing. And that's what my thoughts are doing. So I changed my thoughts. Yeah, I changed them around. I gotta do it. Yes, Kelly. Yes, I'm holding space for you, sister. Absolutely. I'm glad it's encouraging. And I'm encouraging myself. Yes, I'm going to show up for myself, and I will talk on here until I'm blue in the face. It doesn't matter if anybody's listening because I'm talking to me too, I'm talking to myself. So yeah, I'm showing up to level up, and that's just the way it's going to be. Oh yeah, you all feel that way. Yes. Sometimes it's that, sometimes we just don't feel like, going on. Sometimes life. I mean, life can really life, and it can appear that things are not really working out for you. It really, really can appear that, but that's an illusion. That is an illusion. Things are always working out for you. Because think about it. Like, why would God, consciousness, the life force of everything that is and ever will be and ever was, why would it, and since we are fractals, we are extensions of God. Why would God send itself here to fail? That's like, for me, I was a great student. So taking a test, I would always prepare, but I did not want to fail. And I wasn't going to set myself up for failure. I did not choose to do that. I knew I was prepared. So I just know that God has prepared everything, and that God would not leave us here and drop us off and say, figure it out. Absolutely not. We were thinking that because all we had was the church and everything that was, being taught to you in the church. But what wasn't being taught to you is that your angel, your guardian angel that was assigned to you before you even got here on earth is still right here. They right here. You can't see them, but I can feel them. I'm telling you, my ancestors, they are here. We are not alone. So if you feel like you're alone, just think again, put your hand over your heart and just breathe into the fact that you are here, and that, God force would not drop you off, and that you're loved, you're protected, you're supposed to be here. You have angels that are with you, whether you know it or not, whether you love them or not. Their job is to love you, guide you, and protect you. So when you're out there in the world and you think you're alone, just remember that I told you that you are not alone. You are loved, and someone is with you all the time. Yes, yes. Oh, I'm glad I'm talking to you. I'm glad I'm talking to you, Kels. Yes, I'm talking to me too, girl. Trust me. You are so welcome. I just wanted to, get in here and go live and show up for myself. So stay tuned. All right. Stay tuned. Like and subscribe to the channel. This is the Fear to Freedom Project. And think about that, from fear to freedom. I got that. That title came to me when I was living in Panama in 2022. I didn't know what it was about, but I wrote it down because it was so strong in my presence. Fear to Freedom Project. And I'm like, what? What is that for? And then later on, 2-3 years later, me and Kelly, right there, my girl Kelly, and Devette, we were all planning, getting together and just planning about what we want to do in the world, how we want to show up, how we want to share our magic. And the Fear to Freedom came up. The Fear to Freedom. I was like, wait a minute. I wrote this down and I went back and I got the book that I had written it down to show that, yes, this had come to me. So this is the Fear to Freedom Project. And we are talking about releasing our fears. We all have them. That's what binds us together. Everyone is afraid of something. Yeah, we've just been talking about the 6 basic fears, and I created 6 feminine archetypes out of that. So stay tuned and stick around and, engage and yeah, get ready to learn some stuff, to learn some of my magic. God is Dr. Deborah is in the house. And I am going to be sharing my magic as long as I am on this earth. So I love you all. Peace and love. Don't forget to look for me, subscribe, and look for this new series that's coming out, Beyond Belief, looking at the Bible from an esoteric and a spiritual standpoint, right? And it's going to be a different point of view. It's going to be a way that you can shift and see yourself in the Bible, not to separate yourself from the Bible, but you are the characters in the Bible. You are the Moses at the burning bush, right? So we're going to be talking about that. And I love you. Yes, yes. Okay, I'm glad. Yes, Skills. I'm so glad. We miss you, sister. All right, peace and love to everyone. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon.